that they study on different teams. So if Team Heretics are going to continue to play this composition, which it looks as though they are, I think BBL will be prepared for this.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake at this point. I know they haven't had all the time in the world, but do you think, Gorilla, this comp still has legs?
What, the Yoru ISO?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
Like, I really do. I think it's a bit weaker now with the ISO change when ISO got a vulnerable removed. But I think honestly, put Woot on any agent that doesn't have lineups, as Neil said in stage 1, and he's just gonna fry.
I think looking at BBL's composition as well, when we saw them play this map more recently, they were actually playing the chamber and had kind of leaned away from that breach. So it was Yampi that was on the Sova previously and Sociable that was on the chamber, but they've decided to go back to what they were playing in stage 1. I don't know if that's a comfortability thing for Sociable, maybe just not adjusting to that chamber that they have tried out in their recent outings. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this works against Team Heretics.
I mean, you give Levin even more utility to go in from the way that they were playing on map, and that could only be a good thing, right?
I think as well, let's not forget the time that Levin accidentally team flashed the rest of his team on this Haven game in that match against Team Heretics to qualify to Masters Toronto. So they have opted to take him off of that Yoru and put him onto a Jet here.
I can't wait to see if BBL can pull off a generational upset at this point. So let's jump into Haven and throw this back to your casters. I want to see what intro they got prepared this time, Pansy, Hypog, and Mini.
Absolutely nothing, Yinzu. We're professionals here to cast the game.
And not on camera, so.
Not on camera. No. We got rid of that long ago. But thank you for taking us through into this one.
Right.
Yeah, NT's in chat for Yinzu there. However, game time. And I do want to start with the compositions. How do we feel about this? Heretics kind of sticking to, I guess, what they know. Is that enough, though, in your both minds? You know, the brain trust next to me. Where do we sit on this composition?
For Heretics specifically, they are one of the best teams in the world on this map, and have only lost to Gen G, who I consider also one of the best teams in the world on the map. So I don't think you need to change it up. Like, you are one of the best. They recently did beat BBL, and BBL have switched composition back to a more comfortable approach. Their newer comp was getting countered by this double duelist, and going back to this means it's a bit more even. But I would favor Heretics over here, both compositionally and...
I tend to agree. I think as well from a stylistic standpoint, the front-heavy kind of approach has suited Heretics very well. The amount of raw firepower available, Woot's going to open this one up.
Ooh,
actually double down as well. Yampi will fall.
Very nice. And I do want to see how well prepared BBL are for this. As you said, this was played recently. That was a 13-5 result. And Heretics looking like they want to cross the T's and dot the I's after map 1. A little bit of warm-up in the end for them, but it wasn't a pretty affair. Now, as it stands, looking near on flawless, only Woot really copping much damage. So, as it stands, Sociable can be cleared very quickly.
Yeah, something to note here is Woot loves getting aggressive on that C long on attack side. He'll be doing that sometimes by himself, sometimes with a partner, and sometimes with a 5-man stack. And so it's always really hard to know, is this just a crazy Woot coming at me, or is it
Well, yeah,
more?
it's the ability to kind of deny information on what's following up.
Flawless!
It was, yeah.
Almost like map 1. All right, keep this up, Heretics. Show us that pedigree here. That's what we're waiting on. And I guess then the real kind of swing conversation to that is how well prepared can BBL be for this? Is this something they've worked on? Are they cognizant of it?
I was going to say, yeah, the caveat being that this is tried and tested from Heretics, but BBL obviously being a prep-oriented team.
Great to see sight for Heretics.
Yep. Don't like crossover on A. Didn't like that one bit. Too many of them.
I mean, BBL know Heretics are picking this map. Like, so they do have the prep time for it. They played them recently. With all that being said, I would be very worried for Heretics if they don't come with a win on this map specifically.
I think I'm with you. This is one where there really shouldn't be too much worry. This has been kind of their bread and butter. It's been within their map pool, as said, highly tested, and really only ever been outdone by someone else of that same sort of caliber here. So again, this is where you would start to worry if you were a Heretics fan and they did really suffer here. So far, so good. It's ticking the box for BBL. If they can do more damage, they'll probably be over the moon. The actual changing of the outcome of this round, highly unlikely at this point. But a nice try as Woot's looking clean with it, though. Good start for him. And yeah, very much cleaned up. It's just Sociable left to find. But they've done good damage, though, overall.
So to even get the kill here from Sociable. remove at least one of the rifles. Force a couple of these repurchases. I mean, Benji still comfortable, but Riens and Miniboo are going to have to ride this one out. So actually the situation on pistols from the first one that they can cycle through, but
The initial idea was quite cute, the 5 tower. Don't really see that much in Valorant.
Just do it in CS. I don't think it was like the Polish team or if it was the Swedes. I can't remember which one. It was either like Fnatic or VP.
Fnatic,
Did it for some time.
really old school Fnatic.
Yeah. Rolling back the years. But works well enough. And now we get the fun part, right? Now we get the fight back here. Early progress being made from Rienzo, very close by towards his ult. We're not too far away either.
Okay, yeah.
And Profek is under pressure. Does he get to keep his life here? Woot just trying to dodge his own teammates ult there. Rien's posting that very early. Yeah, they've done damage on Profek, but he is still standing.
Something I love from Heretics when they're playing the double through this is they have openers. They don't have like strats and defaults. They have these like opening rounds, and when they got silver ults like that, they pair it with the duelist going in. They didn't quite get the kill, but enough damage there to maybe get something done later.
Oh, I thought Benji might have had that one.
Yeah.
Kind of played in with that drone being broken.
chance to find it potentially, but slow down for a moment. Smoke outside B, maybe actually halting the progress Heretics were considering.
It's being slowed down, what, 45 seconds now. Still looking to exploit at least towards Garage a little, maybe look to pressure towards that C site. Already a rotation coming out from Profek, though. He's no longer behind Platt. Already adjusted away towards his three-man play on A, and as it seems, is the right read.
Perfectly.
30
They've
seconds
not bit
left.
on Woot's fake there at
Yeah.
all.
About these
Preparation coming into effect here, maybe.
Understanding. And now this is confirmation. 11. In the right place for this. Time. We are running really low on time here. Heretics, you've got to make a go of this one. Running in towards the site, it's traded out. 5 seconds pretty much to play with. Right at the end of the wire, and that is the plant denied. You just got to live at this point. A couple more seconds, and it filters away from Heretics. I don't love the way that round went.
Maybe an element of paranoia coming in here, but effectively sitting back, letting this one pass them by. Financial damage, sure, on the side of BBL, going to be light shields aplenty here, but
Heretics had that nice opener towards C-Long that then took so long around middle and garage, and then called their finisher.
like I said, it was this one smoke outside B that almost just halted the I guess, the second option. Like I said, then there's a probe towards garage, and that doesn't amount to anything. Like you said, BBL just did not buy it at all.
Strange to see that on a map they're so comfortable with.
Yeah, it's going to be a question mark that's going to be in my mind, is how well prepped BBL are for this, because that seemed very, very heads-up work from them. Now, Wu's got his ult ready, so that's going to be something that they need to be prepared for. And a very deep default coming out from Heretics, only really allowing that progress to be made by Woot up towards C-Long.
Yeah, Magnum's reading the fact that Woot has this ult and just playing off-site, so it's down to Woot to read whether that C-site is completely free.
I have the spike.
They're almost giving up the site here, so maybe just feeling confident Hunter's Fury can maybe do enough damage or create enough space for this retake to come through.
Looks like they're easing their way back in, though. It's going to be a brawl.
Getting too much. Magnum's,
found one.
yeah, brilliant from him, but they are so close to the site. I don't think they were ready for it. Good connection on Woot, and yet a lot of information free-flowing, but it's still Heretics landing the shots. There's the ult. Woot going to get his HP back up as well. After being taken down pretty low here. Needs this 1v1. Sociable. Brilliant from him. Takes away Woot. We're in an even 3v3. And once again, I ask the question, when's that plant coming? Now. Spike is down this time, but Miniboo's HP is an issue. Riens cleared on close, as those steps back in now are going to be very difficult. Miniboo, so much work to be done, but Boo's done very well here. His timing could be fantastic, but only 5 HP cannot make mistakes.
So almost a lazy check on the second here. Yampi spotted. Oh, he played to perfection by Miniboo.
This is brilliant from him. Calm and composed under pressure. Yampi's options starting to become near on zero, but a flying judge will do it. And he's got to know where Boo is, but what are you meant to do now?
Actually swap out the weapon, so Boo's definitely going to have the advantage here. A headshot landed, but nothing else for Yampy to say here in round 4. It's a very strange sequence of events.
Yeah, I characterize that as a very high-level round, though. Both teams understanding win conditions there, the ISO ult being the big thing, and seeing that chess match around it was very interesting. I don't think that should have been as close as what it was for Heretics, though. Sociable had to go huge.
One enemy remaining.
Cool. Again, the fact that, who was it, Miniboo, be able to kind of play that as well as he did then. Not rather sketchy.
Keep up.
3-1 though, scoreline staying within Heretics' hands. They're going to be gifted over the Vandal that Yampy was able to keep into that previous. Go walkabout, it looks like. Has a bit of a wander down mid.
At least be able to control the space now. Chance to maybe rely on that further with Yampy's deep position on C, but not going to be played in just yet.
The ISO shield's giving it away. BBL have rotated over towards this A side of the map.
Looking at what they've got to hold it with, until Levin gets there, there's not a great deal to report. You're down to Sheriff's Classics. Now, we have seen a couple of those rounds, at least on Icebox, be competitive, but difficult for BBL here. But you look towards the timer, they did manage to leave that a little too late previous. As Heretics did, hopefully that's not the case now. Magnum managed to give away the game.
Say somebody else, potentially.
Oh my.
How has he just walked back up?
Oh, they're rotating. BBL rotating now.
Shadows traveling.
Prophet doesn't like it though. Something about this didn't sit right with him, and he was correct, but now they're cut off from the site, right? Smokes are up. Site
left.
now already under control from Heretics.
Oh.
And just a shot in the dark from Riens. It's snappy, sure. Barely saw Magnum if at all. Long gonna come in. 4v4. You look at the weaponry, keep that in mind. This is not an easy round for BBL. Dart's gone in, and away we go. Miniboo are in a good position. Trade for Sociable. Need a couple more of those, though. Position shouldn't be threatened, really. It's Classics. It's not much here. Benji, nicely handled. 3 for him, and stability found for Heretics.
Increasing that scoreline. Another round here, 4-1. Obviously only the one rifle brought in here, but unable to really get anything going. Beautiful shot from Propeg. Yeah, rough. Considering, I guess, the timing that they just conceded the site.
Yeah, I mean, Heretics, they didn't manipulate the map very much there, once again. That is something I'm keeping track of, is like this mid-round cooling. It was slow early on, and there, they were matched. The rounds are going well for them, though. They're closing out.
Pace change now. Much faster to at least try and take towards long control, towards Sewer, try and pressure out BBL.
Awkward exchange, but Paranoia traded off. No foul, but as I say that, Yampy able to catch Boo. Early casualty here for, well, something that will potentially dampen the mid-round.
Yeah, it looked like they had a very clear idea of inserting those 2 players towards A, and then they were going to do some kind of strat. It wasn't yet to be seen, though, because Boo gets caught there. Guardian through the wall. Boo going to create a little distraction towards C here, it looks like, to open up that B site for Heretics.
He adds a question mark, but there is still Prophet waiting here. Does still have that Paranoia. Magnum's done well to find Miniboo. Big punish on this, and a great win out from Prophet. Position rewarded. And BBL not falling for the tricks that Heretics are trying to play to them. Magnum again, outdoing Riens now. That's 2 this round. Even a 3rd now spotted on top. It looks like the case is closed. BBL, very prepared for that.
Snappy response. Again, I think maybe just a factor to consider Boo falling. Again, it's not very comfortable then to come through and clear some of the utility in Garage. It's heavily reliant on some of these open engagements. Yeah, I mean, you can't really fault Boo in that regard. Like you said, Guardian through the wall, yeah.
I was surprised.
But they are so bad.
Fade away comment.
I mean, we go again. This time, Levin down towards Sewer. You are going to have one over towards long as well, but they're in for a fight here. Nice from Levin. The temptation, the want to stick around for more, but he decides to cut away at least for a moment. Goes back a little further, though. Fancies the fight, and he wins it. Benji put down. Now isolated on the site. This is hard work, but Miniboo can't do enough.
What?
Boo, though, can apparently. Stinging as well, and a mad dive from Magnum. I don't know what the plan was, but it's fine, apparently.
Throw bodies on the line. That was the plan.
Trade me.
That was
Just
the
trade me.
I don't know if you remember this, but Magnum did the same thing last split,
Should
coming
he?
out the window.
Should he be doing it, though?
And it wasn't good, and I blamed it. I thought he'd get PTSD, but apparently not. Have to give credit to both Levin and Yampy there. Levin fighting his way out of sewers there, and Yampy breach ult flooding in. Both beautiful.
Okay, let's see. Heretics money now is going to be shaky. Prophet, man. Woof. Feels like it was such a different outcome if Magnum just died needlessly
Yes,
and the training's not there.
yeah.
We go, what the hell's going on? But it's similar scenes, right? They really want this space fought for, and Boo completely unconsidered. Don't make a move.
How
of it.
long?
It's enough. You can shoot now.
Can he?
Boo,
Oh,
please
no,
don't
do
mess
it.
with this.
Should have shot already.
Yeah, just do it. Just please do it. Please do it. Please do it. Please just don't make...
No.
What are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? Okay,
Oh,
fine,
okay.
fine. It's all good. Oh, I'm nervous.
Didn't even smirk, by the way.
Oh, Yampy, swift with it, and so is Miniboo. So quick cleanup on A long. Now the Paranoia, good to isolate two of them. They can't really disrespect it. Woot's going to isolate Magnum, however, in the meantime, and this is just systematic. Heretics scaling up very well. 11 options really diminish under this. Plant's now in. No Magnum to sacrifice himself for the greater good. And yeah, that ain't happening twice.
Very, very important rounds here for Heretics to flip in terms of regaining control, I guess, of the A side of the map.
And all off the back of Boo's little cheesy TP,
Yeah,
where BBL can't hear that at all. He's TP'd across, TP'd back towards the bricks. And it's unexpected there. So to be fair, the Sheriffs were hitting there. Didn't even need to gun.
Yeah. Beautifully done by Heretics. We'll force a BBL timeout. Take stock of things early on here.
Economy low though for BBL going into the next.
Yeah, definitely on the back foot. I mean, do have the Blade Storm available, Hunter's Fury as well, but I guess in terms of the key ultimate here being Yampy's, right? Fury maybe gives some options. Sorry, Sociable, sorry. Wait, no, I was talking about Yampy's Rolling Thunder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant the Hunter Fury. For me, it's going to be 11 round. Like, 11 has to do something big here.
And
But is it going to be? He's saying it's going to be.
do you believe?
No.
No?
Not really.
Well,
Not very good at casting.
thanks for getting us hyped up.
Yeah, I was really ready for that.
I would have been. It's just that I think Woot with that shield, it just kind of cancels the.
Yeah,
Blade
it
Storm.
definitely makes it way more difficult.
Yeah. You've got Yori running at you with clones everywhere. You got no idea who you're supposed to be
It's
shooting.
actually a nightmare for us
Yeah.
to pop up.
I wasn't just negative for the sake of being negative. There was some analysis behind it. Some, just a little bit.
Wear over the rainbow. At this point, let's see though. There it is. Knives are in a interesting position to start with. No early chance to draw blood. Outside of that, we've got Sheriff's Ghost and a Classic. So BBL hopefully looking to try and facilitate something for Levin. As on the other side for Heretics, they will be cautious in approach. And as said though, very difficult to pin down. Agents here, looking like they want to at least pressure Garage early, and that's a problem for Yampy. Already tagged up, not much, but enough to send them scarpering. And, ooh, okay, there's the Classic. Hold on, they're fighting for the space now. No swing coming out from those knives. Levin's still too far away to make much of this. Can't get involved in the scrap, but a 4v4, not bad.
But I guess remove the problematic opponent in the form of Woot, so
Decoy.
where Miniboo moves towards A, at least plant the seed of doubt.
Portal closed.
I like this from Social, though.
They're biting.
Yeah, nice and ratty. But is it no plan, no sound on sight like this does make you question mark it. There is still a player not fully falling for it, and that being Magnum. Vandal here, and that's Levin removed. Miniboo's done over and above, but Magnum with an opportunity. A couple of isolated fights, and this could still be his. Paranoia ain't landing. Magnum on 3, needs almost an ace here. TP gonna get taken. His teammate was on the other side of the site with him. Prophet was there. An upgrade of the weaponry down to the wire plant, but very long road back towards his A site.
No retake here. No retake utility available for BBL already here. So Magnum on this flank is going to have to do some damage.
Whether they read, actually the reposition. I mean, they've got to be aware of every possible scenario here with the amount of space and time.
Be up in heaven. Big duel.
Last player standing.
Nah, not going to get it. Boo does well there. Safe pair of hands, and now the absence of presence might allow for that penny to drop. Magnum, yeah, now just, I think he knows this one's just gone away.
Yeah. Unlucky here. I mean, the contingency just really robust in terms of what happens over on C. Obviously, with Miniboo's early success, teeing this one up.
Yeah, something that commonly Heretics do on their anti-ecos is send, usually Benji Fishy is the person they'll send in just to scout out the space. This time it's Miniboo, was the huge win condition this round. Scattered this area out and able to finish there later on. Unlucky by Magnum here not to be able to close this one out.
If it was anyone else, maybe not an Omen with ult, you could have seen a different outcome, but as it stands, that gives Heretics another step here, taking that scoreline further away at 3-6 now. Ult aplenty. Got Woots coming through, Riens, Miniboo, a lot to be played with. And it looks pacey, quick, at least towards the early attempt on B. Two players committing to it, but the spike not behind. Miniboo fast, trying to set up Riens from afar. Woot's the one to deliver the shot, but it's job done. That's Yampy gone. And Miniboo not going to stop now. You can see Eleven trying to get away from this. He doesn't like what he's seeing. He's being crunched on. Pressure behind, pressure in front, and he is looking dead and buried. Woot does well, and I love this pinch. Incredibly pacey. A well-constructed round here from Heretics, as Magnum once again in a very, very tough spot.
Spike planted.
Paranoia connects as well. No swing going to come onto it, but
One enemy remaining.
Miniboo just finds two freebies. Woot as well. Will bring Profek down inside the old 7-3, and you're absolutely right. Beautiful pinch onto a site here. Unfortunately, I think Levin just, the panic sets in, the chaos. Doesn't know where to retreat to, then gambles on the clone. Can't even really trade out or get his kill here.
Euro into server ult, always a powerful combination, but very interesting to go for a pinch on A. Like, that's a bit old school 2021. People kind of realize it didn't work that often, but with this combination of agents, I think that's an interesting strategy by the Heretics now.
Yeah, I quite like it. Again, that's just that additional body behind it too, having Woot to follow it up. Adds that little bit of a layup. And a different gear to begin with. BBL broken by. Love to scrap out a couple more rounds for a buffer, but...
Yampy desperately trying to make Heretics feel like it's a stack towards A here.
Just a puff of the chest. But he falls regardless. With no swing onto this angle to follow. He's probably still pretty cautious of anything in sewers. Just on the back of the stun initially, but...
That drone should be enough. Heretics can scale up now.
Revealing area.
Looks initially good on the X-ray, but Sociable not connecting onto... Wait, other than the clone, I think.
BBL once again with this flank. That is going to have to be the win condition once again. Oh!
Okay,
and
Sociable.
that's Miniboo.
I mean, he's done well there. Here comes that flank. It's not pretty. As Boo's going to try and fall back away, keep that space at least secured, reinvest a smoke towards CT. And Woot's feeling the pressure too, down to 38. There's still a little bit of life in this round, but they need to land the shots. They need to get the kills, and that will start it off here. Riens, though, aim training up towards heaven. They know at least where one of these players is probably a second now, as it is just Magnum. Last alive. Lovely work from Riens.
Great recovery here. I mean, Boo just, well, slowing things down enough so that there's no split focus forced here by BBL. That'll be the 8th found. Unfortunately not to find anything elsewhere on the map, obviously, but credit to Heretics. Staying grouped here to...
I just want to peek sometimes, and I do. Like, I don't care, I'm just going to peek.
Discipline out the window.
If I peek, I'm in big trouble.
Not looking.
I think with a player like Riens, it makes sense though. Like he's smart enough to know to not be too stupid. So like if he's saying that, I kind of trust him. I think.
Yeah, I think there's something important to be able to call up your own number and know when it's time to make those plays or go for something a little bit confidence building. It looks quite simplistic towards the C site here. Magnum did well before. He had to handle the wave of pressure. Slow, steady creep is going to make it difficult. Two players trying to progress down on A-Long in the meantime, but Magnum needs to live. He needs to make this hard to get through. He's bought them a good bit of time. And, well, Profec's gone down, though, which makes this hard. Now BBL reinforcing this, but there's a lack of commitment here from Heretics. They don't have to go this way.
Knowing the flanks come through so early on, kind of opens the map up for him, especially with a position like this in Garage. Boo's within earshot to catch a rotation potentially, but I don't think he has.
11. Sociable. Due to try and hold down the site. Here comes Heretics, all pouring up through long. No pressure through sewers just yet, so it does give time for Levin to work here. You're hoping maybe Sociable could find some synergy with that, but there was nothing much to be done. And now that
30 seconds
away.
left.
Boo. Just herding Yampy. And little does Yampy know. Trying to progress himself towards the site. Waiting for that flank from Magnum too, but time still not looking pretty for them. This one might be wrapped up here. Let's see, Yampy. Yeah, not going to happen. Too many angles to clear and not enough time for Magnum to close that gap in. It's a 1v4. You might as well make it go. Last round of the first, and it's sorted. Benji does well, and Heretics with a swift reminder of how good they can be when things work in their favor.
Yeah, and how well versed their approach to Haven is. Unfortunately, BBL unable to really crack through on repeatable successes or any sort of weak side of Heretics' approach to the attack.
And again, this is a follow-on from a big event for Heretics, so let's hear about how Riens found Masters Toronto.
In Masters, our team play went off, kinda. Like, we didn't play as a team. It didn't feel like we are Heretics, you know? I think individually and as a team, we were just poor gameplay, I would say. That went wrong for us. After Toronto, we had a serious talk, and like as a team, everyone was like full open to each other to fix that, you know? Like we were just full open and full honest to each other. We talked everything, like full feedbacks, you know? And then everyone was like very mature, I would say, like everyone take it like very nicely. Nobody was like mad or anything. And yeah, that was how we fixed it. I currently see our level like same as last year, even better. Last year we were not experienced as a team, as a players, you know, like individually, and we got a lot of experience. And this year it should be like even better than last year. So we had some like bad tournament like Toronto, but I believe we fixed it. You know, we fixed everything. So I think in stage 2 there will be a better Heretics.
Now, how on board with you are you with that sentiment, I guess, really? Do you believe that they look in a better shape than before? It's very hard. I mean, we've had one tournament in between, and now this is the first time we see them. Do you think this is just Yap in, you know, a feature, or do you think there's something to it?
I think there's something to it, but overall, they don't have the same spark that they had last year. There's something intangible about coming into a, almost like, I want to say rookie year, because many of the players aren't necessarily, but
yeah,
they had that first shot together, and then this year they got to come off the back of that first year and don't have the same dust over them.
Okay.
And so I don't quite buy it.
Okay. Mike?
Yeah, I hate to be harsh, but again, maybe, you know, not an inexperienced roster, sure, but I'll come back to that point in a minute, actually.
Yeah, a very early fight, and it looks like they want some more. Yeah, we'll oh, this is so close. And we're looking at that paranoia, looking at the swing. You're looking at Garage, really. They have the idea. Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Boo.
Oh, no.
Man, that's how it begins?
Here.
Oof. Okay, well.
Tag.
Benji? Too many. Way too many. And Riens wasn't even that close either, even if he got the one. Okay, Riens, well. Let's see what you got. That's a really hard position to clear on the left. Hey, still did good for one, but it's done for. Okay, pistol found for BBL.
Yeah, I think just to come back to that point as well, maybe not losing or not having the same spark. Again, they've been through some emotional turmoil. In terms of coming so close so many times, I think maybe I don't want to say has matured them, but certainly forced them to kind of, that's even worse on the slow-mo, yeah. Yeah, maybe just, I mean, it's really hard to kind of articulate. Well,
Come on!
I don't think they've lost their spark,
Okay.
but I certainly can see some of the frustrations.
It's always difficult. I mean, again, consistency at that high level is always the hardest thing to get. That's all you can say about it. Very few teams have ever been able to maintain any sort of dominance throughout Valorant. It's been one of those big conversations, right? It's consistency towards top-end work. Once people start getting to know what you're doing, learning it, it's very hard to reinvent yourself over and over.
In terms of tangibles, to me, the map pool is a big question mark to me for Heretics. Coming into a new, fresh map pool, they have not had that much time to look at Corrode and Bind, and then we've just seen them exposed on Icebox. So there are 3 maps already with huge question marks for me at this stage.
Tag there for Riens, and that's where Magnum looking to make some progress or plant the seed here. Dealt with fairly swiftly. I was going to say, you're looking for a win out on A here, but it doesn't come.
He tried to hold it, but that smoke eventually comes in and removes that second layer to that little stack up there, but I like that. Try and play those little annoying positions. You've got a man advantage.
Yeah, Benji's got a stinger now as well.
Paranoia's not bad though, is it? Could be spot to bother. Mostly looking towards heaven. Does get overwhelmed, Benji, with that stinger, but now it is down to just it, but the HP is low. Benji. It's still... Ooh! Go on! I'm almost rooting for you in this one. Prophet! Catches him on the jump up there. Understanding you want to get a little cheeky with the classic, but that got damn close.
It's like a Stinger's wet dream there with the HP bars. Just almost expected a full drive-by.
Good eco though for Heretics.
Okay,
4 rifles out from them. Taking away 4 guns, sorry. The decision to double up at the end though, I'm not... You're low HP, doubling up like that seems a bit risky.
Sketchy. Yeah, look, he knew how close it was. Okay. Yeah, this is now going to get... It's either we have a game, or it kind of fizzles out. Right, we've got the bite coming in now for Heretics. And there's a similar look from Riens on this corner. Still got Blue up above, but he's preoccupied. Looking down towards sewer. Smoke going to go through. Alleviate some of that pressure initially. And the Aldro noting close contact.
Still just huddled outside A long here. A 3rd player committed now for Heretics as well. Maybe even looking to set something up. Set something in motion, yeah.
Or not. Gone against it. But they got an interesting little triangle set up here. There's so much to clear out here for BBL.
Okay, but Util now starting to cycle up for BBL. Can they keep this clean? It's going to be difficult. Already in goes the Jet. And, oh, look at this reveal. It's outrageously good. Information aplenty in BBL. The plans are known. And Miniboo teed up for success. Gets to live in that corner and thrive from it. Heretics shutting this down so easily.
That's rough because the stun actually connects. So if Miniboo doesn't get that kill on the tag, I'm not sure actually when the tag landed ahead of the smoke. But he's just sat inside then. Free pickings for Miniboo.
I think on these gun rounds, we're going to need to see BBL explore more of the map. For a bonus round kind of approach going towards A and then finishing A, I think it's fine. But on these gun rounds, I want to see them make Heretics make decisions around the map, rotate around. It was too easy for Heretics there to stack the 3 towards A.
Very linear, yeah. Again, they almost know they can dig their heels in. Still the purchase, or a purchase coming back in for BBL.
It is the simple approach again for BBL. The A long default. Magnum on the other side lurking.
Okay. Did manage to take Riens down to 20 super early in this. I don't know how confirmed that damage is, though, in all of this.
What was it from, actually? Was it from a spam, or...?
Might have been on the corner from one of the Guardians, maybe. Don't actually know fully.
This judge.
You sound so upset about that. You're like, oh, this judge.
I'm not scared for anyone, it's fine. Oh, it might not have got caught, though.
I'm a bit...
I am scared. That was my scared voice.
They're not even working on it, and the stun doesn't really dissuade the judge. Oh, it's filthy work, but it is working indeed. They've broken on the site though, which puts Woot in a bad spot here. Trying to play his life out as best he can. Finally cleared by the spam, but they try and reinforce on Garage. Brawl it through, down to the 1v1. Prophet has ult here. If he feels he needs to get away, he can. Smoke back in play too. Boot
30 seconds
trying
left.
to play kind of between the wicket almost, but now going to commit.
Just to know as well, Prophet does have a full shield, so Boot, without swapping out here, is going to need two to land. Prophet, swing on the smoke, perfectly timed here. Big win out here from BBL, and that a broken purchase as well.
I like the way BBL played this round. Disguising their early A main control, they know the way that Heretics like to play on this map is they do not take A main lines. They do not get information towards A main. They sit on the site, they play with two, they'll rotate the third across often, and in that round, they baited out the A main aggression, and then just went back towards the C side of the map.
Got to swing.
Got to swing.
Got to
Need
swing.
some balls.
Yeah.
Yampy said.
I'm screwed, but got to swing. We go in again. Sheriffs are out. Guardians out for Miniboo. Ult starting to cycle up as well for Heretics, but this side swap for BBL so far, hey, tick in the box. If they've started to really work out how Heretics like to play this, as I said, there's tape plenty on it. They played them recently on it.
I think they're going to look to take this A main every round, but instead of staying there the whole round on the gun rounds, they're going to quickly pivot back a lot of the time. Keep Heretics just sat on the A site with no information.
Again, what's important in terms of these early timings is really cutting down,
Deploying drone.
I guess, the impact Miniboo can have in terms of, you know, not controlling both extremities, but showing presence on two sides.
I think what Heretics will need to do is do what we thought before. These re-clears, we see the drone coming out on A right now.
Yep.
Get Miniboo posted back on some kind of line, get information back.
Yeah. No movement just yet, though, so still only going to be Boo in control, and actually Smoke sent Paranoia to try and slow things down as well.
Boo still... he did get caught in the end. I thought he might have found a little bit of a cubby, but Levin's going to check on it. A little bit more systematic this time from Levin, not having that sort of same high-tempo impact we saw coming out from map 1, but hey, he's getting the job done. All good, Miniboo, the one who had the bigger weapon here coming in with that Guardian. Couple of chances, couple of kills, but not enough. BBL, that scoreline's getting close now, 7-10.
Couple of ultimates online, though, for Heretics. Potential to slow things down now, as BBL almost have a round in hand in terms of the finances. Bladestorm available as well. Hunter's Fury's here, and yeah, Heretics, they call a timeout, rightfully so. Consider their approach here. Fairly pivotal point of the half.
Yeah, and Heretics not building economy up enough to buy the operator on this defense either.
Yeah.
Come on, boys, come on!
What about the belief there?
I believe that.
Oh, I'm
believe
on
that.
board.
Yeah.
Just say,
Whatever
I'm on
Yampy's
board
selling,
there.
I'll take 4.
I'll just take 2. For now, though, we are seeing the Heretics. You can't be happy with this, right? This is getting a bit scary because, look, you felt like maybe map 1 was pretty far away by this point, right? You had a good first half, everyone's kind of hitting, you know, you're back on your comfortable map, but suddenly we're at 7-10. And we've got a couple of pivotal rounds where pressure comes in, and we were discussing what happens in stress and pressure with Heretics.
Yeah, for me, maybe it's not so much. There is going to be stress and all those things there, but to me, Heretics started this year out on this map with a very strong defense. And it is very similar to what we're seeing right now. And in the past 2 games, they have not had huge defense sides. And I'm wondering if they're starting to be sussed out a little bit here. They've not changed anything from the last times I've watched them play, really.
Look, the schedule has been brutal, at least, if you're talking about the last tournament and, you know, leading through this. A lot of these teams, even BBL, having a chat with Powell earlier, saying that, you know, they don't have much time from these back-to-back. But if BBL have cooked up something, they've learned more and more and more every time they've played this, there's no real excuses for Heretics. So now we go back in. Was this all just a good early start in the second half, or have we got something here? Miniboo! Oh, it's just gorgeous for Heretics. This is what you want to be seeing. Masterclass sort of work, high level, high pressure, and they answer it instantly.
I guess removing that early threat, which was the slow progress into A main. Towards A long, I should say. Now, Yampy and Sociable left in a 2v5. Camera will give away the game. Still actually 2 members of Heretics over this side as well, so.
Yeah, BBL want to get a pick before this plant, but it's going to be extremely difficult with the way Heretics are just containing this
especially now,
space.
yeah.
5 of us here.
Yep.
And ults being invested. They don't want to take any sort of risks in this. Again, it is a key swing round, and Sociable might be screwed. I think he is. Yeah, there's no way out of that one.
It's such a brutal combination between the Yoro and the ISO.
Nice. Clean stuff. In zone flawless. It's what Heretics needed to stop any of that sort of threat building, but it took a couple of ults to get there. But in these sort of rounds, when there was momentum starting to swing, you'll allow it.
The important thing being, it doesn't break the bank of BBL. I mean, Yampy's going to be down on the Guardian. The other thing to consider as well, they're 1 orb away from a full house. Plenty of ultimates of their own to invest here.
That play was a beautiful call to disrupt BBL's game plan of A main, but now they don't have them. What is the plan now for Heretics is my question.
I think we'll find the answer soon enough, won't we? BBL going to stake their claim and early intent towards that C site. They're trying to find a target, any pixel out of position, but no, it's a late play back in towards the back of the site. Actually, Levin looking a little bit under pressure here. Kept alive so far by those Cypher cages in place, but it's going to be Magnum to draw blood first. Traded into, but Profek still in the fight. Wu trying to play up towards Plat, but you got to look at the slip through. They've actually cut through the site, and then look at where that spike's going. They are playing this map very differently.
Also, the Hunter's Fury and the Neural Theft not able to actually amount to a follow-up, but still, man advantage here for BBL. TP to get the hell out of dodge here.
Wu was real close by.
Yeah.
Sniffing that one out quick, but it is being planted now.
Yeah, he will get his ult from this. But Woot does have... Oh, no shield though this time. Probably won't use it.
Making cover.
Trying to play back in. Cleared backside. Magnum goes down. Great from Benji. Finding Profek too. But it's the position I'm looking at. These deeper holds. Yampy. Timing is key in this. Okay. On the spike. No commitment. They know that ult's in play for Yampy. It's committed to. Dart back for Sociable as well. Can invest it into that smoke to ensure no one's in there. But now it's crunch time. Now it's the guns in hand. Benji on 13. Unlucky for both. Sociable going to find 2 of them, and BBL finding a bit of their form here.
Lovely call there, keeping it simple. Heretics react to this A main control that's been happening over the game by fighting A. BBL say we want none of that, we're just going to go C. And then they find these deeper positions in such an interesting way.
That was rough to invest absolutely everything that they had here. I guess the flip of the script really, because it doesn't break the bank of Heretics. Still got guns.
Yes, this should do.
They've got guns, one. By hook or by crook.
Bringing down the
Again,
hammer.
Heretics going for that A main control on the defense. BBL just going straight for C.
It's rinse and repeat. It looks so easy. Levin so clean with it. Mini Boo executed.
Did you spot the trip though? There's a weird trip behind Plat here. Oh, that's the what?
Oh, no way! Profek.
Just caught.
Oh, it's picture perfect. Hold on. This is a brilliant round. Gonna keep it this clean though. Still chances. Boo trying to fight for it, taking away Profek, but Benji again on 13 HP. I think we've been here before. And this time around, it ain't looking so good. Benji desperate to do work. But the numbers, very hard to break in this deeper post plant. And I think he knows it. He's backing away.
Now financially in a much worse position than they would be in the previous round. See what they can muster together. The timing is just heartbreaking for Woot here.
It's crazy.
I feel so bad about that interaction. His ult now not online because of that.
Yep.
Yep.
What was it? It was the drone ahead of it as well though, right?
Yep.
BBL making moves in this second half.
I know it looks simple, but like there is a chess match going on. As much as it looks like they're just going C, there is interactions between them expecting what Heretics are putting out on the A side of the map. They've identified where the weak side of the map is.
I love Yampy so much. It's hard to not enjoy
Yampy
it.
calling a masterclass whilst just giving it.
Yep. You love to see it. I think we've seen this round before, but this time obviously going to be up against those Sheriffs and just that Vandal still in the hands of Wood. So they know what they're in for.
The early round kind of paranoia is still there about A-Long though, because you can see the deep smoke here, and it leaves so much space across the map for BBL.
Well. Oh, Benji.
Aftershock.
Benji turns a flash. Hold on. Oh, go on, have a scrap. Yeah, this is still game on. Benji and Wu denying any security on the back of the site, and that's a devastating round for BBL. An individual moment defining all the difference.
This time around, not there quick enough. Bear in mind, the Heretics, there was a probe towards A-Long. Now it's just Magnum. 1v3 on Icebox, but now we'll need a 1v4 here. Weigh things out, not expecting anyway from Heretics to give anything away here.
It's just waiting for them to start questioning themselves a little bit, try and soften up whichever approach he goes for, but wherever he goes, it's going to be
30
difficult.
seconds left.
Yeah, unless he hits like the maddest shot on Riens, spins back towards site, takes away Benji, without Boo being involved. It would be very impressive.
And shoot it and just save it.
It might be. It's 15 seconds. It's...
Go for it. Watch this.
Yeah.
This is my teammate in ranked going
10
forward.
seconds left.
Oh no. We did try and play a little bit before this.
I did. I was going to film you. And I was
Oh,
gonna
I'm so
put it
glad
there.
you didn't. It wasn't a pretty game. Yeah, just going to let that
Thrifty.
clock tick away, and we go further forward. Heretics holding on to this one. Now, this is where you would imagine if BBL had a couple more rounds in that first half. It could have been a bit more competitive, but as it stands, Heretics getting up to 12. They've got that little bit of safety, that at minimum, it's OT.
That's a devastating round for BBL to lose there. Like, that should have been a given type of round. Beautiful flooding for Heretics, though. That's the power of the Yoru being able to TP across quickly, flooding in with the ISO shield.
This thing, the TP was over towards spawn elbow, right? Not actually onto the back of site. So required somebody from Heretics getting ahead of the curve, and that's even with Miniboot falling. It might not feel like it, but it's still 6-3, I guess, in the second half here. So BBL definitely doing the legwork.
Let's see what BBL now call. It was early game was about this A main game plan, playing off of that idea, straight into some CXX. Now what is it for BBL?
Yeah, it's certainly going to add a bit of paranoia around how to approach this for Heretics, because it does feel like you have to be the reactive one to what BBL are trying to do. But the timeout coming in, giving it a go. Both sides able to check in on this one, but obviously BBL the one to call it. But as it stands by on both sides, a couple of light shields, yeah. That's going to be Riens and Boo. Well, actually, no, just Boo now, so able to complement that one up, and a couple of, regen shields and what have you on the other side. So
That's actually a crazy stat, by the way, here. BBL had the highest 4v5 win rate in the EMEA Stage 1 at 31%.
first time we've seen them get aggressive on this side, and now we haven't seen that one yet. Sociable ready. That's not just one player, that is multiple. Now the clone even enough of an issue.
We do really commit to that early angle with the trip there.
Complex open space.
Oh, Magnum just got caught drifting. They were hoping for this, but Heretics fully switched on now. It is a 3v5. You're going to need mistakes from Heretics here. One could come from this.
Prophet needs to deliver here.
Ah,
He's
he's been
checked.
cleared. Very diligent Heretics, not wanting to fumble this. Nevin looking for a similar thing on the other side here, but paranoid out.
Last player
Has
standing.
to try and fall away. Heretics showing a bit of that caliber, a bit of that class to close out map 2. And now we get the fun of the third, but a reminder of who this team is.